The state of Twitch is actually very, very sad right now. In fact, some might go ahead and describe it as it being a literal dumpster fire. And you know what? Recently, Toledo made a video talking about how Twitch is an absolute dumpster fire. We're going to be reacting to that today. But before I do that, I want to give my thoughts on basically what Twitch has been. I mean, lately, I have been on the platform and everything just seems to be in shambles. I mean, the recommended clips section, first of all, has been showing you very, very lewd things that you wouldn't expect on the platform. And Twitch made a lot of changes recently that allowed for more mature content to exist on the website, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, but how some people are handling it and going about it is making it so that Twitch has become a place that is quite honestly not safe for children anymore. But don't take my word for it. Let's take Toledo's.
Turn back.
Oh my God! Holy dude, what's the matter? What happened? What's going on? There's so much
artistic news.
Hear me out. I love live streams. And I enjoy Twitch. At least not anymore.
This is actually trash.
Why is that? Well, we need a bit of a deep dive.
Read.
That's actually so funny that he used that like image from, or I guess the video from the Boondocks, because like literally, dude, like all of the events that are about to transpire in this video basically could have been summed up to people just actually going ahead and properly reading Twitch's TOS. That's literally what it is. Twitch changed their TOS, and honest to God, if people just read it, our lives would be better.
Talk about old days. Fellows would generally view all media content pre-recorded. Let's plays, animations, vlogs, funny skits. But with the growth of Twitch and live streaming platforms, live entertainment has become a staple across the scene. It's a great way for creators to produce live content or professionally steal it. But Twitch has always had problems. We all
okay,
know.
listen, all right, let's be real. Okay, most content creators steal content. I, for one, I'm a content thief. I've stole half my videos idea from Coefficient. I mean, I didn't start reacting to VTubers until he did. That's actually not true. If you guys actually look into it, I reacted to VTubers before Coefficient did. So technically, I'd say he's stealing from me. But no, that's a joke. He and I are friends. I mean, realistically, though, I think that like in terms of content creation, H Bomber Guy made a video recently talking about how like, you know, content creators will often plagiarize or at least steal content from other content creators. And that's just the name of the game. You gotta have to like take the content that already exists and do a little yoink and twist. This is why we have like so many Mr. Beast clones here on the platform on YouTube, and people just go ahead, take pre-existing content and, you know, do their own spin on it, or sometimes they don't, and that is just what makes the best content. I mean, me right now, I'm being a React Andy. I'm literally stealing Toledo's content to make this video. So like, what does that say about me?
Over the years, there's a massive problem running rampant on the platform. A problem that plagues it even as I write the script. Their policies on sexual content and the way they allow it on a platform labeled 13 and up.
Yep.
Recent developments have quite literally exposed how incompetent Twitch really is. Hey yo, it's Toledo, that fallen angel kicked out of heaven. Get some snacks, get some water, get your tier 3 sub, and without a doubt, here's why Twitch is an absolute dumpster fire. Hey, I like that title drop.
Shut your bitch ass.
Okay, this is a good video so far. I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty good.
Fellas, it's a little important we talk about Twitch's history to understand how we got here.
Okay.
So,
It's rewind time.
Dude, I have not heard that phrase in
2007,
forever,
back
dude.
before some
Dude, YouTube rewinds were so good back in the day. I understand why they stopped making them, but YouTube rewinds were legitimately just a godsend. I feel like more people should like look into the history of YouTube rewinds, because like there was a point where they were good. Like they were objectively good for the platform. And then over time, they just kind of fell off really hard.
y'all fellas were born, by the way. Justin Kahn, Emmett Shear, Michael Siebel, and Kyle Vog traveled to San Francisco and founded the live streaming site Justin.tv. When it first originated, Kahn hosted a singular channel broadcasting a 24/7 show of his life. The idea brought tons of curiosity and possibilities, and eventually the site was relaunched. At that point, thousands of channels could broadcast themselves to an unlimited number of people in different categories. One category stood above
it's kind of weird to me that Twitch literally sat here and they started as a platform that was created for IRL streamers, but then eventually became a platform for gamers. Do you guys remember when you couldn't be on Twitch if you weren't gaming? That was a real thing, by the way. If you were not gaming, you could potentially be banned on the platform way back in the day. And then like, you know, it's kind of now shifted to now allow more just chatting content where like people like me can just sit here and talk to people like you at home watching this right now live chat. YouTube viewers, you're kind of confused as to how that works because you only sit here and watch me on YouTube. But like, yeah, that was the thing that wasn't allowed at one point.
The rest, gaming. Important for later. Years later, in June 2011, the Twitch open beta was launched, designed specifically for gamers, and that started Twitch's route to greatness.
Only for
The domain
gamers.
grew heavily in popularity. Amazon picked them up in 2014, and several new features were added like subs, raids, mods, the list goes on. Twitch even began to branch outside of solely gaming, adding new categories like art, music, just chatting, and fitness. Then came the pandemic of 2020.
Dude, I know my Twitch history, dude. Like, listen, I'm not just a streamer, dude. I understand the history of this platform, right? Like, I've been on Twitch for a few years now. In fact, I think I've had my Twitch account for I think 10 years at this point, which is a very long time to have an account on this website. But like in terms of being a streamer, I've only been streaming for maybe since 2019 or whatever, consistently. And you know, the platform has gone through a lot of different changes, some of which I agree with, most of which I do not, but it's not here nor there.
Several people lost their jobs in social space, so Twitch's traffic shot up even further. The following year, it doubled its amount of streamers and nearly doubled the number of concurrent viewers. And now it's pretty much 2024. Twitch at this point is at the top of live streaming and will likely continue looking down for years to come. Why is any of this important other than to get more watch time ad revenue?
The game is the game.
Twitch was first built to be a gaming-centric platform and is the go-to place for live content. But Twitch isn't just a platform for gaming anymore. It's a website for all things live stream. And business-wise, they kind of have to do that. And not just because their numbers are stagnating. Social media platforms generally want to hit several niches. And as a business, you aim for the highest profit possible by including the most products that are available.
That's true.
Different avenues for other creative types opens up newfound content and life opportunities. And for businesses, it gives another chance at big revenue.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Regardless,
Yeah, it's only good for Twitch if they just keep expanding and opening up new categories. I mean, obviously, we have new categories, kind of like, you know, pools, hot tubs, and beaches, right? That's a new category that spawned a few years ago that has been doing extremely well for the website. And I think categories like that help the website to grow in a sense, but also at the same time, it allows for other things on the website that you wouldn't necessarily want on the website. And let's be real, Twitch didn't have to have these categories. We already had the just chatting category where people could have done those things, but people just decided to go above and beyond and try to push the limits of what was allowed within Twitch's TOS, which is why Twitch allowed for that category specifically to exist, to allow for, you know, maybe something, I guess, a little more lewd in a sense. But like, you know, when I go to a beach, I don't necessarily think of people being there as lewd. They're just having fun in the sun, right? But like, it was a category that allowed those people who wanted to be maybe lewd to go ahead and wear less and be lewdish in said categories.
media platforms open up different content, podcasts, cooking, ASMR, and in many cases, one that toes the line of controversy every month: simp content. Content that influences lonely men to donate the highest buck for an e-girl's personal favors.
Oh my goodness, what the heck were up with those bed sheets? Dude, look at these bed sheets. Like, really, look at these bed sheets. I do not like that flower pattern. Like, honestly, my bed sheets are Fortnite bed sheets right now. They are really, really cool. I posted pictures about them on Twitter before, but like, Fortnite bed sheets, a lot better than those bed sheets. I think those bed sheets are definitely not as cool as my bed sheets, just saying.
That's where a lot of this controversy started, huh? Twitch's audience is primarily filled with men, so female streamers heavily stand out, and in general, they receive countless amounts of sexual harassment, like it's ass.
A 2-pack of ass.
Many Twitch girls are judged and harassed by male viewers for their appearance. Not enough makeup, not putting up a good face, pickup lines, unwanted approaches. It's a tough lifestyle when several just want to chill and have fun playing games. However, some female streamers see the male audience as a perfect target for business.
Which, you know, I'm not going to blame any of them for any of their concerns and what they do on the website, right? Because like I've said it before, right? It really sucks when I talk to my friends who are women and they are streamers on Twitch and they tell me specifically that they have to put on makeup before they go live. And that sucks to hear, because like I think my friends are beautiful. I think that my friends are great. And you know, when they're like, oh, I can't just hit go live, that sucks to hear, because I literally woke up out of bed this morning, didn't shower, didn't do anything, walked in front of my PC, put on this sweater, hit go live, and now here I am making this video, and you don't really care, right? My friends who are women apparently cannot do that. They actively cannot, because they'll just be harassed, and that is unfortunate. It's unfortunate that little stupid men sit on this website typing the chats like, oh my god, you're so ugly, you have to put on makeup. That's dumb. If you're a type of person that does that, just get off the platform. Like I don't like that there are people like that on the platform, and honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, we could probably never really fully get rid of those people, because those people are what helped this platform, Twitch it is, be as good as it is, and like or at least as prominent in numbers as it is. But I think that legitimately it does suck that they just can't do what I do and not get harassed.
2017 began the big rise of e-girl content and quote-unquote streamers on Twitch. These handful of female creators strategically use the male gaze in their content to their advantage. Their looks and bodies are tools to attract the most viewers,
which is really, really smart, right? If men are only going to harass you and come into your chat because you're really, really attractive, for the women that do use this as a tool to make a living, I think that you're doing the right thing. I've said it before. If I had all these assets, I would be doing the same thing. All right, like, get that bag. I'm not a hater.
Achieve the most sims, and receive the most donation. And these girls know they can make bank off it. Like, y'all remember when Belle Delphine made 10 million off of selling her bathwater?
Yep.
How does it work on Twitch though? To start off, some female streamers would make their face cam big and direct the view to their chest. Others would do bits that show out their figures, and some would even toe the lines to potential softcore. The term streamer was used by Twitch fans for such female streamers, usually in a derogatory way.
I didn't like that term. I didn't like that term at all.
This type of content isn't solely a Twitch special. Look deep enough on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, especially Twitter, and you'll see tons.
He says especially Twitter, but personally, I feel like TikTok is like, a really huge purveyor of this type of content as well, because TikTok is also a platform that mostly children use. That recently TikTok had to go ahead and update their policies as well and allow for mature content filters on TikTok, because for a very large amount of time, this content was just being served to literally everyone on TikTok. So Twitch isn't the only platform that is, gone ahead and done weird things that have affected the platform as a whole, because again, TikTok is in it. And yes, Twitter has always been known to have mature content on it, but a lot of people don't recognize this. Twitter, if you especially go try to download it from the Google Play Store on an Android phone, I believe on the Apple Play Store it might also be the same, but it is literally a mature rated app. It is not an app for kids, and most people just don't know that.
Of suggestive content meant to grab male attention. But back to simp content. To keep the press, several would participate in trends and metas. Most notably in recent years was 2021's hot tub meta. During these streams, countless female streamers wear bikinis, sit in hot tubs, get inflatables, and interact with thousands of viewers, making thousands upon millions. And their views blew up, most notably being Amaranth. Others would go even further and get OFs on the side for their fans. More cash than they'd ever made on their main content platforms.
Let me ask, do you make more on Twitch or on
In 2 months, I've made what I would have made in 10 years on Twitch.
How do people
literally? That's just how it is. I remember Fifi, my friend Fifi, she's a VTuber. She has gone ahead on the record saying how much she has made on the other platforms, as opposed to Twitch as well. And I think on her first ever month of posting content on the other platform, she made, I believe, $250,000. I have never seen that amount of money in my life. I probably never will. But she made that in a month, the first month of having one of those accounts. So like, I do not blame them for going ahead and trying to monetize those avenues, because clearly there's a market for it, and clearly people just want that sort of content.
Feel about this content? There's against it, allowing it, or
We do not care.
First, the argument against. It is a fact that Twitch was first designed predominantly for gaming and enjoyed by gamers. So when those streamers, quote, steal views and manipulate these lonely gamers into their graphs, it's a disgusting act.
This used to be a goddamn community of gamers, nerds, kids that got bullied, kids that got
What is
ran by the goddamn same that rejected us, coming into our community, taking the money, taking the subs, the same way they did back in the day. That.
And not only is the platform 13+, but
Yo, Trainwrecks back in 2017, man, what was this man saying? He was kind of just going off, dude. My guy, calm down.
Such content sets a bad precedent for other female streamers. That's that argument. Then there's the allowance of it, or we don't care. It is also a fact that Twitch's audience is predominantly men, so they're just promoting to that audience and supplying demand.
The game is the game.
And women are, quote, always going to be victims of patriarchy and objectification, no matter what they do. Why can't some girls use that to their advantage?
It's hard for girl streamers, and the hot tub meta is making worse. I actually disagree. Like, hot tub meta appeals to a different audience, and that audience is not mine. I don't look at girls or anybody who's partaking in hot tub meta and thinking like you're making it worse for women. If anything, you're just taking advantage of the patriarchy. You fucking go queen, get that bag.
And finally,
I agree with that. I said that earlier. Like literally, I do not think that any of these audience cross over whatsoever. I feel like people that will go ahead and look for those categories on Twitch will never actively care about like the just chatting category or like, I don't know, the Minecraft category. They're like, those two audiences are completely separate, and that's fine. I think if you want to chase the bag, if you want to go ahead and pursue that type of content to make your money, do it.
quote, how does this affect LeBron's legacy? Oh yeah, what does Twitch feel about this? The funny thing is, Twitch doesn't even know themselves. Or rather, they know, but they're inconsistent. One hand, they'll allow blatant TOS abuse, then in some cases ban others for slip-ups and misconceptions.
Yep.
What is considered okay and not okay? Why is this suggestive content in the same categories as other normal content? Why are we even testing the balance of sensual content on a platform 13 and up? Many questions were directed at Twitch, and Twitch still doesn't know how to deal with it. Someone did a live stack. It was banned for only a week. What?
That was kind of crazy. That was a whole arc where someone literally fornicated on stream, and Twitch genuinely didn't do anything about it. That is just insane to me that that was a real thing. You know, like people have gotten banned for longer periods of time for doing less. I mean, can we talk about it right now? Freaking Gideon, he just trolled Pokemon. Don't get me wrong, that was, you know, horrid what he did. And he did apologize eventually to Pokemon for it. He is still permanently banned on this platform versus someone who literally did the deed on Twitch. That is an insane thought. The inconsistency levels that Twitch has.
What is going on?
Over the years, new trends with
YouTube, that cat is okay. The cat is fine.
appear, cam streamers moved to just chatting without any consequence, and the TOS would be pushed to their limits for years. And in December of 2023, one meta would expose the Twitch problem to the national stage. On December 2nd, a clip began circulating my Twitter timeline. Popular Twitch streamer Kai Sanat was found reacting to OF model and Twitch streamer Asian Bunny clapping her. What the?
You know what's so crazy? I actually watched this happen live as well. I literally went on Twitch one day and it was one of the top suggested things to me at the top of the website. And I was like, what is this? So I click on it thinking, okay, this can't be real. This person's gonna be banned like, you know, maybe within the next 5 minutes or something. No, literally that stream continued, I think for like 5 or 6 hours, was not banned whatsoever. I didn't watch the entire thing, but I did see this moment specifically happening. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. That is crazy that something like that could happen on Twitch. And now my video is kind of broken.
What the? Yeah, that's the clip. This is the earliest instance I found of the topless meta, a trend where cam streamers would appear topless on camera, showing their shoulders and upper chest with suggestive movements. They are wearing clothes under the camera view, but they're also implying being naked. Yeah, so Asian Bunny X maybe started the meta. I could totally be wrong about this, but it's my guess.
Yeah, some people say it's Morg Pie, some people say it's Asian Bunny X. I really don't know which one it is, but like either way, like I saw Asian Bunny X first as well. That was the first person I saw. But I know a lot of people are saying it's Morg Pie, but like I'm not sure. Maybe the comments can tell me.
Either way, she wasn't the poster child who hit news articles. That honor goes to Morg Pie, another OF model and Twitch streamer. Yeah, you're also seeing the trend here. On December 8th, a clip of Morg Pie doing the trend and a streamer's reaction went completely viral.
What is this meta?
Titan, thank you for the tier 3.
Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy.
And it wasn't like Morg Pie and Asian Bunny X were outliers. Several popular cam streamers began participating in the meta, and this was taking over the main Twitch space.
Literally, like Twitch just became a space where this was just the thing for a while. Like people were actively just doing this on Twitch, and it just blows my mind. This is the platform that I would come to back in the day that would not allow just chatting streamers. This is a platform that is a 13 and up platform. This is a platform where, you know, when I get on it, it's because I'm mostly just looking for people who are playing games, or at least in this case, I guess nowadays I look for people who are like hosting events and stuff like that. But now when you come to Twitch, or at least during this specific period of time that you came to Twitch, you look at it and you can't necessarily distinguish it from an 18 plus website for adults only content. Like, that is kind of sad, because if I had, like, I don't know, like if I had my mom come over right now and you know, she looked at this image or this still frame and saw all these women being half naked, she would think that I'm looking at sus content, which, to be fair, I am, but she would not expect that this is also the same platform that I stream to my audience and talk about VTubers or anime women on the internet. It's just kind of insane.
A lot of it just being recommended to you.
Can't escape! You can't escape!
Morgpie, being the hot topic of discussion, rode the wave in her favor and even defended herself and others from the crowd.
I do wear a shirt and pants in all of the streams. It's just the implied nudity that really freaks people out. A part of the toss does list that certain, like, explicit content isn't allowed, but people stream sex and video games all the time, and you know, people do have sexual discussions on the platform constantly, men and women. They allow sexual content, but at the same time they don't. With the vagueness of the toss, people are going to find loopholes regardless, because they do.
Did she just call TOS toss? That is okay. That is the biggest offense in this entire video. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know how I feel about anything else. I mean, I am okay with this topic being discussed because it's a good discussion, but that's just wrong.
Allow sexual content and sexual themes on the site.
Overall, the response to these streamers was several creators spoke out against the events occurring. Some did the trends themselves to mock Twitch, and other viewers.
Oh yeah, no, Speed doing it was kind of wild. Didn't Speed like get completely naked or something like that? I didn't really look into it, but like Speed just, you know, whipping it out is kind of crazy, dude. He has an audience of kids.
Attack the streamers directly. Even other workers came forward about this, because they usually keep that spicy content for other websites. And sure, Morgpie and other streamers doing the meta were banned, but those bans were only 1 to 3 days. Basically a free vacation with twice the press on return, and continuing pushing TOs moving forward, because Twitch's enforcement on those policies is inconsistent.
You know, it's kind of crazy too, because I've been actively trying to get banned on Twitch for years. My entire time on this platform, I've literally tried to get banned. I've pushed what I thought was the you know, extent of what the content of Twitch could be like. I literally did an entire stream once where, and I'm not even kidding, this was years ago at this point, but I tried to learn how to give fellatio live on stream. I had Twitch staff members in my chat the entire time, and I literally actively said that day that I was intending on trying to get banned, because I saw, this is stupid to be fair, but I saw that other people would literally get banned on the platform, come back and have double the numbers. So I tried years ago and it didn't work. I didn't use any actual objects that would get me banned. To be fair, I just put a cucumber in my mouth, and I didn't make any weird noises or anything like that. I mostly just choked on it the entire time. I know you're thinking that this is probably strange and I should not have admitted to that out loud, but it's true. That's what I did. And it's nowhere near as bad as any of what these people have been doing. And, you know, they have gotten banned, rightfully so, but it's not to the level that you'd expect. You'd expect that they get banned maybe permanently for going what is you know, above the line, but no, instead they've just kind of been allowed to take like 3-day vacations, come back to bigger numbers, and make a bigger bag.
Can I talk my shit again?
One has been banned 6 times over 9 months for continually pushing guidelines, yet their longest ban is 3 days. Twitch, what will you do about this problem? I saw 3 routes. 1, Twitch implements a separate adult section and raises the age rating on their platform. 2, Twitch locks down and bans inappropriate content. 3, Twitch doubles down, changes policies, and lets this content slide because it's making them mad bank. Which I swear to God. Here comes the money. Yep. On December 13th.
Which is a crazy thing. Like, no one expected this. It literally came out of nowhere. It was just a random thing that apparently went into effect that exact same day as well. They didn't allow the changes to roll out over a few weeks or a few months. They're like, nope, we're changing the policy. This is what it is. And people completely ran with that. And that's where it became a dumpster fire. Twitch literally on that day, like, I remember the day all of this started. He's about to explain it in the video, but or at least I'm assuming he will. But I remember the day that all of it started, I got on the platform, I looked at the website, and I said, I don't know if I want to keep streaming on Twitch. Legitimately, it was just not a safe space. I didn't feel safe, because don't get me wrong, as an adult male, I like that sort of content, the more mature 18 plus content, as much as the next person. But there's a time and place for that. If I wanted to look for that content, I would just go to the appropriate websites where that content lives and where that content is fostered. But I don't really want that content on Twitch. right? Like this is my job. This is how I get sponsors. This is how I make my money. And for me, this is a professional thing. And that's not to say that those people doing that sort of content aren't professionals. It's just they have a space for that. And I don't believe that it's on Twitch. I don't believe that it should be on Twitch. I just think that they should keep that content elsewhere, and Twitch should crack down to make a point that the content should not exist on this platform and should instead exist on those other websites.
Twitch responded to feedback and criticisms and changed their guidelines. Starting that same day, the sexually suggestive content and sexually explicit content policies were consolidated into one sexual content policy. A lot of content previously prohibited was now allowed with a content classification label. This includes content that highlights specific areas, fictionalized, fully exposed breast, genitalia, or buttocks to support the artist community, body writing on female presenting bodies, dances like twerking and pole grinding, and even motions like disrobing and striptease. Reasons for this update? Twitch states they were, quote, out of line with industry standards, resulting in female presenting streamers being disproportionately penalized.
Oh, really?
Hell, they even addressed the topless meta by name.
I wanted to touch on the meta that we're seeing, the topless meta.
Bro, they named it. They said the topless meta.
Which proves that they knew that this was a thing that was happening on the platform, that was getting the platform views. And so because they saw that, they allowed for it to happen a little bit more, because they were like, well, we can make a quick bag from this. That is my assumption. It's just a theory, to be fair, at the end of the day. But I like the fact that they did that shows where their thought process was aligning. They just wanted that quick bag, right? And then we have a case, there's someone in the chat said I have a 13-year-old son who I don't mind watching Twitch, but not at the minute. And honestly, it's unfortunate, right? When you have kids who are technically allowed on the platform, don't get me wrong, I myself allow children to watch my streams because, whatever, I, for the most part, 99.9% of the time, do family friendly content where I will literally just react to VTubers or just play a game or something, right? I don't do anything egregious or offensive, right? Like, I do think that it is unfortunate when you want to allow your teenagers to get on Twitch and look at this stuff, but instead you're seeing that sort of like other content on the platform. Very unfortunate. But they did make some changes to fix that, but I'm sure he'll address that in this video as well.
Now, not all TD was completely allowed. Streamers still had attire rules, and even augmented anime avatars like VTubers still had the same rules. Also, content with CCL was not included in homepage recommendations due to its thumbnails and visual nature. But as we get into it later,
That was a lie.
in conclusion,
Yeah.
Twitch opened the gates, and a term coined by Dexerto was artistic nudity. The response was interesting. Some artists welcomed the changes for freedom of illustration, but others were worried that the rules were clear enough and if they'd be banned. Some celebrated the changes to the label, seeing it as a way for everyone to succeed. Others were repulsed at Twitch's negligence for allowing more explicit content.
Me personally,
I don't know.
I more so just wanted consistency and equal enforcement of the set policies for everyone, and these new terms can be hella pushed. But maybe I'm the weird one. Maybe I'm just tripping and I'm just on some wild. Surely this is a perfect fix and everything will be perfectly fine.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
This made everything worse. I know this angel has fallen and has left heaven, but please let me back!
Yeah, no, it kind of got crazy. It kind of got insanely crazy.
Dude, what's the matter? What happened? What's going on?
There's so much.
Artistic nudity was allowed on Twitch from 2:26 p.m. on December 13th to 10:06 a.m. on December 15th. That is roughly 44 hours, and those were the worst 44 hours to be on that platform.
There's no way out.
Yep.
I don't have everything.
Yep, it was genuinely one of the worst times to be on Twitch. I absolutely did not enjoy that time frame whatsoever. It was just too crazy. It was like the wild west of being on Twitch at that time.
Saved, but as a first-class witness, can I go over every single crazy thing I saw? Got it. It was filled with endless amounts of
So much.
Yep.
I know.
tons of streams filled with softcore and hardcore content. Just chatting streams filled with endless amounts of sensual streamers.
Yep.
People sucking toes on stream. Restreamed twerking compilations.
Yep.
Like not even live twerkers, just YouTube compilations.
Yep.
People were that lazy.
It was literally kind of crazy, dude. When you would go to the just chatting category, there were literally people who had hundreds of views. Like I saw one that had like 500 views, where literally it was just them restreaming a YouTube twerking compilation video. You could have just gone to YouTube to watch that yourself, but no, there were like 500 people just sitting there watching a twerking compilation on twitch.tv, which is insane to me that that happened on this platform. And Twitch kind of allowed that to happen with their changes.
People misinterpreted the term artistic to mean all types of exposed content.
You cannot do that.
So everywhere was a nightmare. Examples include VTubers streaming themselves completely exposed, arts, lewd art, and everything.
Yeah, that alone is just something that I didn't even touch because I wanted to make a video at some point. But essentially, for anyone that doesn't follow this topic, this VTuber in particular, you know, her name is Marina. We've talked about it before on the Virtual Tea House, which is a show that I do with my friends. But essentially, what they did, I completely just do not agree with whatsoever. But, you know, I thought that it was basic reading comprehension that anyone could understand if you just go over to TOS to understand what artistic nudity meant. And, you know, it said if you are doing art or drawing art, then, you know, you are allowed to have artistic nudity. They interpreted it as, oh, I can show my naked model on stream. That's not what it meant. I thought that that was, to be quite frank, stupid as hell. And yeah, rightfully so, Twitch rectified that problem really quickly.
Artists unknowingly pushing TOS, drawing all types of furry, anime, whatever poor XQC had to run into.
I got recommended a stream of Peter Griffin bending over, revealing his goatsy style with a freaking peg inserting into him.
People were streaming NFW art compilations with AI depictions of other women.
It got really crazy.
To R+ anime like High School DxD. And some were just streaming off websites. Like not even some suggestive such, just an H anime website. They reached 1.8 concurrent viewers. Twitch's art page broke its view.
Don't get me wrong. I like the next person have watched some illegal content on Twitch before. Like there was the time the entire Morbius movie was streamed on Twitch. I watched the entire thing. Twitch staff was there too. And you know what? They didn't ban that stream until the movie ended. So I got to see the entire movie for free on Twitch. Not mad about that, but it is wrong. I will point out the fact that it is wrong. And having this stuff on Twitch is just something that Twitch needs to work on cracking down on. Because like, don't get me wrong, if Twitch continues down this path of showing this sort of content on the website, unfortunately, eventually this website just won't exist anymore because advertisers are going to pull out. They're not going to be making money anymore. And like, it's just not going to be a platform that can exist on the internet because of its lack of understanding itself.
Doing record. Everyone was watching that dumpster fire. Some people and antis had enough. Art streamers were sent massive amounts of hate rage and mass reported to be kicked off Twitch. And it got to the point where every artist that drew anything quote unquote suggestive was banned. People drawing human sculptures were banned. People drawing safe for work art were banned. Welcome to the state of Twitch. So Twitch rolled it back.
Rewind time.
Yep.
What kind of post-nut clarity is this?
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
They rolled it in and rolled back their update in less than 2 days.
44 hours.
Abused by countless streamers aiming for any type of clout or internet points.
It is what it is.
So, where does that leave Twitch now? Reverting that policy fixed the controversy surrounding sexual content, right?
Yeah, no, it still exists on the platform.
I should probably mention that it only got rid of artistic nudity. The main problem is still taking over the platform as the
meta is still a thing on the website. Like it is going strong on this platform. Like I'm not gonna show examples myself, but like, yes, Twitch did roll back things, but like artistic nudity was one thing, but like it doesn't address the bigger problem that they created with doing that. And, you know, once again, I am not going to ever fault anyone for making their money and getting the bag and, you know, abusing the system to make that money, because I myself have abused the system to make money in the past. It's just like, you know, there's a proper time and place for it. And I don't think Twitch is that place, but at the same time, yeah, get that bag. Like literally, just get that bag.
Record this. Literal days after the policy updated, a new cam meta was introduced on Twitch, the censor bar meta. Twitch streamers would take it further and put censor bars over their chest and groin regions. While yes, they are wearing stuff under them, the message was sent. The controversial meta would continue. These streamers plastered the Twitch page. I saw one with 30,000 viewers. Anytime I opened up just chatting and recommended, I would still
they were at the top of the categories.
Several people were understandably furious about this.
The most viewed thing on Twitch right now is 3 naked women. This website's for children, for Psych.
And in some cases, people were wearing physical sensor bars. And I don't think there was clothes underneath. But yeah.
You know what else is a physical sensor bar if you really think about it? Clothes. Clothing is just a physical sensor bar. I'm wearing a physical sensor bar right now. They just reinvented clothes again, which is insane.
I want to add this because this post physically and mentally harmed me. A commentator was happy that women on Twitch were pushing the boundaries owned by men and called them modern day Rosa Parks or MLK.
Oh yeah.
I know Black History Month is in a few, but I need my reparations now for experiencing this.
Yo, true, dude. Absolutely true. Ain't no way that people were saying that sort of stuff. That is actually just ridiculous to even think.
And some streamers for pushing TOS, and some were swiftly unbanned in less than a day. I have never seen anyone banned for less than a day. That is like sitting a kid in timeout. Oh yeah, guys, we're getting in on this too. You know, gender equality, right? I apologize for what your eyes had to see throughout this entire video. Be grateful that I'm at least trying to cover this all up despite still being demonetized.
Yeah, no, I mean, Tectone kind of like, he just followed the meta, right? Like he was cranking it on stream, not like literally, but like, yeah, he literally followed the meta. He put on his sensor bars, you know, and like, you know, just did the thing, and that kind of blew up. That kind of sent the message to Twitch. What kind of went too far was, I mean, I'm sure you got, well, I don't know if it went too far to be fair, but Boogie298 or whatever the heck his name is, he got completely naked on stream because his argument was that he's so, well, obese that his skin covers his genitalia. So he was just able to whip it all out. And that, be glad that you don't have to watch that. That was very, very disturbing.
I saw a clip of Boogie completely
naked.
Researching and making this entire video has mentally harmed me. Toledo, you've just recounted the events. What is your overall take on this situation? Well,
all right, let's hear his take.
I want to make this clear. I am pro worker. I am all about any person, guys, girls, and non-binary fellows using their assets to get a bag.
Literally
I have another video where I entail sus creators in the VTuber industry. I don't F with what's occurring on Twitch.
I literally also, I made a video about this as well. This video is over on my third channel, Everdino Plus. Probably gonna link that in the description down below. But yeah, I mean, I reacted to freaking Toledo's video on the subject, I should probably say. And yeah, like I think that like 18 plus creators are cool. They're great. I think a lot of my friends are 18 plus creators, and I support everything that they do. In the past, this is probably not relevant to the situation, but I have dated a stripper, so like I am fully in support of 18 plus content and people that make that sort of content. I just don't think that place again is on Twitch.
For countless years, Twitch has been a platform focused on games, hobbies, communities, and creative type content. Not this. And this is pushing boundaries way too far. Like there's spicy topics and then there's flashing people. There are separate websites for streamed adult content, and they're purposely not streaming this stuff there. Why aren't they streaming on chat? Toledo? They purposely do it on Twitch because 1, there's a bigger audience, 2, they stand out more, and 3, controversy is one of the best ways to grow. You wouldn't gain this traction like they have on adult websites, and you'd blend in with the others. There's also the conversation of Twitch being 13 and up. Let me dissect this a bit. Even though Twitch is labeled 13 and up, Twitch has never been a platform for kids, like a kids platform, like for kids. Hear me out. Its mean age of its users is like 21, and there's tons of adult stuff easily accessible. For years, there's been drug use, alcohol use, gambling, extreme violence, sexual topics. None of this should be shown to children, but it has been for countless years. This is because Twitch has never had a separate adult section, just a quote-unquote intended for mature audience marker.
I mean, but at the same time, YouTube is literally the same way. Like you can use YouTube as a child, and YouTube also doesn't have any real separations. Actually, no, I lied. YouTube does. There is a YouTube Kids app, but you didn't know about that, where you can literally go ahead and show content that is just for children to only children, but yet no one uses it. So even if Twitch went ahead and tried to separate these categories and themes of the website, whatever the case, no one would use it, right? It's just the sad reality of life that people would just still use regular Twitch the same way everyone still uses regular YouTube. And you know, it's kind of a hard thing to try to sell to people of like, oh, separate this, this, and this, because it's just not gonna happen.
That is easily accessible. Kind of goes for other platforms too. Twitter and Tumblr allow completely unfiltered adult content, and you can sign up as early as 13. But if you look at where they're marked, they aim for 17.
Yup, he talked about it. Yup, I was right, dude. See, I do my research, chat. Look at that. I'm not just a React Andy at the end of the day. I mean, I am. I'm actually just, I'm taking Toledo's content and making it twice as long as it should be. But like, whatever. Hopefully you're enjoying this video and you follow him in the description down below. Like his video as well, and you know, give him a view.
The easiest solution for like everyone would be for Twitch to raise its age rating to 17 plus and maybe make a separate adult section. But doing that loses advertisers, if what's happening on Twitch hasn't lost them already. Or they could just ban inappropriate content due to some younger users, but that's a loss of money for Twitch and they ain't doing that. Even several adult users of the platform don't want to see this type of content. And it's not like people are prudes, people just didn't sign up for this. But the point is there, a good portion of Twitch's audience does not like this being on their feed. Look, I'm not a guy to go on some moral grandstanding crusade. Even if I talk about an issue in a spear, it's usually me just talking trash.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna dehumanize or demonize these people. I think women taking control of their bodies after how the industry has dehumanized and abused them for multiple years is a power move.
Yep.
But I don't support advertising and directing towards that content on Twitch.
Yep.
Not a chance in hell. You are advertising this to audiences that shouldn't see it and kids until Twitch puts a proper filter. That's the main problem though, Twitch. And I feel like people should put more attention on Twitch here rather than just the girls.
Yep. Yeah, I genuinely don't think that we should be blaming the women for the most part on this. Yeah, the women are part of the problem because they decided to do that of their own accord. And, you know, to an extent, they're very aware of what they're doing. But what caused them to do that was Twitch itself. Right, like, and actually, I should be clear that not only women are doing this. Obviously, there are people of all types doing this on the platform. But like, yeah, the problem at the end of the day is still mostly Twitch. They decided to make these policies. They decided to turn their website into what it is today, and people are taking advantage of that, rightfully so, because they just want that bag. And honestly, I think that's all it boils down to at the end of the day. And we should hold Twitch accountable, if anything. So yeah,
Twitch for countless years has made several changes and showcased many signs of double standards. And these girls are gaming the system in their favor. If anything, capitalism is to blame for a lot of this. So who should I be most mad at here? The creators who take advantage of their freedoms to plaster all audiences, or the platform that continuously does everything against their creators and viewers' wishes so they can make the most profit? Yeah, I'm mad at everyone, but what do you think? I'm most mad at the corporation.
There
Twitch
you
has
go.
shown that it is not community and creator first. They will not listen, and they will change up standards in their favor to get what they want. They'll just hand out temp bans and let this content fester until a major profit fallout causes a change. And I think this situation has exposed what Twitch is all about. Twitch is an absolute dumpster fire. So where does that leave us? Twitch will be Twitch. It is what it is. I'm here to entertain and commentate on media chaos no matter the platform. But hey, happy year. I hope for your continued support into more media and entertainment. Like the video.
You know what? That was a good video. That was actually a very good video. I think all his points were pretty solid, and I think that everything he said kind of aligns with my values as well on what is going on Twitch. But like, yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, I still stream on Twitch. This video was recorded live on my stream on Twitch. Make sure to go ahead and try to follow us there. And if you guys want, like I said, definitely try to check out Toledo. I'm leaving his original video link in the description down below, but also subscribe to this channel if you like my commentary on the entire situation as well. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one, but yeah, take care guys, peace out, and have a happy new year.